Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Rochelle. I have a disability and I also read a variety of books, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I have been monetized on YouTube for over a year now. Technically, the day that I got accepted into the YouTube partner program was December 8th, but I do have a photo of it on my phone, just of the email where I got my acceptance piece, because I'm cheesy like that and I love going and taking pictures of those milestones. But I thought it would be really cool to go and take a look at what I've earned in the year that I've been monetized on BookTube. Some of you might know that when I started my channel, I technically did start as an ASMR channel. I dabbled in it for a little bit before changing my mind and realizing like, oh, I don't know if this feels right for me. And then I did a little bit of gaming before realizing that BookTube was the place I wanted to be, and talking about books was the piece that I felt the most passionate with. I thought this would be really fun to go and do. This is not by any means like a bragging video or anything like that. Everyone's journey is going to be different when it comes to BookTube being monetized, and also what people make on BookTube might be completely different than someone that does gaming and is monetized that way. And no booktuber's channel and what they earn each month is going to be the same. So my journey is totally going to be different than anyone else's. I kind of wanted to make this video because I think this is something that's really, really fun to go and look back on. I even have images on my phone of different subscriber milestones that I had when I hit 500 subscribers or when I hit like 800. I have little screenshots of those milestones, and then I can see which date I hit that. And it's really fun to go and reflect back on and look at these things. So I'm going to stop yammering and bring you over to my dashboard on YouTube Studio. So as you can see right away, I'm in dark mode. I don't like having things in light mode. I just feel like they're so intense for my eyes, and I'm gonna be 30 soon, and I don't need some harsh brightness to look at, especially when my full-time job is also working on the computer all day. Right away, when you look at YouTube Studio, a few things are gonna be a little bit different because I use Video IQ, and I believe this bar right here is not something that you will normally get in YouTube Studio. So that is something I pay for extra just because I really like statistics and looking at these things. I'm not a math girly by any means, but when it comes to growth and improvement, that's when I do like that stuff. So right away, what you'll see here is you can see your channel dashboard and you can see your latest video performance. So I actually posted a video 2 days ago, and that was just talking about all my anticipated releases for the year of 2026. And so here you can see how many people watched the video, how many comments you have, and with those comments, I believe it also counts the comments that you personally do. And for myself, I try my hardest to go and respond back to every single comment. I might not be able to do it right away, but I'd say roughly with 3 to 5 business days, I usually respond back. So if you see some other people that have gotten responses from me and you haven't gotten one, just be patient. I will get to you. Sometimes I just don't have the spoons to respond back to the comments all right away. You also can go and see like how many likes you have. In the screen, it doesn't say how many dislikes you have. That's something completely different. And then ranking by views. So this video is doing pretty well out of a lot of the other ones that I post. And if you hover over here, it kind of shows you, I believe this is in a month, for all the videos that you've posted, which one ranks the highest. So this one is 2 out of 10, and then you can kind of see some of the other ones. Then views, I have an arrow going up because it's performing better than usual. Impression click-through rate is 3.4%. And then average view duration for this video is 12 minutes and 40 seconds. Now that can definitely range. Sometimes I might get a video where it only has 3 minutes of view duration. So it's all different there. And then channel analytics, it says I have 2,740, and apparently it's up by 129 in the last 28 days. Then I have views down here, which is 10.8K. So that kind of shows like in the duration of 28 days how many views your videos have gotten, and then watch time hours, so 1.4K, and then estimated revenue, which is $98.24. Then down here, it kind of shows you your top videos. So the top videos I've had in the last 48 hours, it looks like my anticipated book releases is number one, and then underneath that are the Kindle videos that I actually made last year. Then on the side, you kind of see like some news pieces or some other ideas you could do to get additional income once you're monetized. And then if you scroll down below, it shows the last few videos that I've published minus the most recent one. Then over here, we have a box of comments that show which ones you haven't responded back to. Now, I know I said I try my hardest to respond to every single comment. Sometimes there's comments that I literally have no idea what to go and say back. That usually is the case, especially if there's a comment that talks about like my physical appearance. I tend to get uncomfortable with those, especially if it's coming from someone I don't know. If it's someone that I've created a friendship on BookTube, whether they're another channel or a reoccurring viewer, then I usually will say something. But when it's a random stranger, I'm like, I don't know how to respond. Thank you, I guess. And then if you scroll down lower, then you can usually see like who are recent subscribers, your latest posts, anything like that. I won't go into the content tab because I do have some other videos that I have scheduled to go and post, so I don't want to do any spoilers that way. So I unfortunately can't give you a look at that tab, but with that one, it will usually go and give you a little bit more information about each video. And one of my least favorite pieces is seeing how many thumbs down a video got. I don't really like looking at that piece because sometimes you can get a little bit in your head on it, and it's fine. Like, a video isn't for everyone, but personally for my own mental health, that's something that I never like looking at. All right, so let's go down to analytics. So channel analytics, this part is definitely interesting, and some people like paying attention to this stuff and then other people don't. I'm gonna leave it on the last 28 days, I think, just so we can look at it that way, but you're also able to go and look at it as the last 7 days, last 90 days, last 365 days, lifetime, and then you can kind of change things around depending on if you want to look at it monthly or yearly. So down here it says your channel got 10,753 views in the last 28 days, which honestly, anytime I look at this stuff, any number that I see is something that I'm still extremely thankful for, and is just completely wild for my brain to wrap around the fact that I have as many people as I do and as many views as I do with a lot of my videos, because I'm in a tiny corner of the internet. So it's very baffling and something I'm very grateful for. So over here it kind of says like how your views are, and you can go and hover over it, so it will show your typical amount of views that you might get and then the performance. So apparently I have 3K more than usual when it comes to views. And then over here we have watch time and hours, and a lot of this stuff tends to go and fluctuate. It tends to die down when you don't post a video and it's in between, and some videos will definitely get a lot more viewers than other videos. It definitely ranges. Same with subscribers. I think with this video that I posted here, it was the how many unread books do I have? And it definitely did gain a lot of subscribers from that video, which kind of blew me out of the water because I didn't think that it would do as well as it did. And then estimated revenue. Usually I tend to get like a few cents or a few dollars each day with some of the videos. My unboxing monthly PR book mail video did really well and earned $9.70. So that was definitely wild and interesting to wrap my mind around. And then over here, it shows everything in real time. So I got around 1,214 views in the last 48 hours, which is very wild. And it definitely tapered down a little bit because, like I said, I haven't posted a video in the last 2 days. But currently the top content that I have is my anticipated book release video and then a couple of Stuff Your Kindle videos that I've done in the past. This part is a little bit confusing for me because for some reason YouTube decided to put my monthly reading wrap-up videos as a podcast. I don't quite know how to change that, but if you've ever seen that and got a little bit confused, that is the backstory for that. I don't quite know what happened there. And then top content in this period of time, I think it's still doing, yeah, 28 days. So over here, you can see the top 10 videos, and it gives the views that you got as well as the average viewer duration. I'd say usually on average, my videos might get around 7 to 8 minutes of view time. So even though they might be a chunkier video, it's not always that someone will be sitting around and watching that entire video. They might only be there for a shorter period of time, which is okay. I know I can get very chatty and very wordy. I'm trying to work on that, but it hasn't seemed to happen quite yet. But hey, if you like having someone that's chatty on in the background while you're doing chores, dishes, or whatnot, then hey, you're welcome. I did it for you. And then latest content, you can kind of scroll in between stuff over here on this side. Let's go over to content. So with this view over here, you can see the views, impressions, impression click-to rate, and then average view duration. And so this is what I was saying earlier, that I usually tend to have like 7 minutes to 8 minutes for my average view duration. I feel like this has definitely gone up, and in the beginning it was definitely 3 to 4 minutes. So I've definitely improved, and that's definitely something that I want to continue working on. You can also go and look at things a little bit more intense and more advanced. So you can kind of look at things a little bit more closely. If I wanted to look at the last 7 days, it was kind of low down here and then it spiked. And I think this was when I posted my most recent video. So things definitely perked up a bit after that one. And it did drop down a little bit after I stopped doing my booktube videos because it was constant content that was getting pushed out on my channel. And then impressions. I forgot exactly what the statistics are for the impressions and everything. I feel like my brain's a little bit sleepy too, so I can't quite remember some of the pieces with this. But impressions, this was about how likely I believe people were to click my videos, and then the impression click-through rate was 3%. And it definitely seems like a little roller coaster here when you look at it. This was when I posted my unread books video, and then last huge book on haul, and then most anticipated. But when you look over here, I had my reading journey video, which kind of did okay. And then when I did the how many unread books do I have, that one definitely got a lot more clicks and a lot more impressions from it. And then over here, you can see how many people were still watching at the 30-second mark, and then the top moments for each video, and then where there were kind of like spikes and everything, and then dips. So there's definitely a lot of things to go and look at when you're looking at the YouTube studio. It can 100% be intimidating. There were a few pieces that I looked at when I first started BookTube, and one of them was mostly the Earn tab, just to see how close I was to getting the requirement to be monetized. That was something that was a little bit more interesting and fun for me to track, whereas a lot of this other stuff was more stressful and overwhelming. This part is also really cool. It shows like how viewers find your videos. So overall is here, external, if there were people finding your stuff externally, YouTube search, etc. So here, browse features, 60.4% was how people found my channel, and then suggested videos, 9.4. External, so that would kind of be like X, Threads, other places like that, YouTube search, channel pages, and then others. External, so X, Discord, Yahoo search, Bing. A few other places that I do go and post stuff on would be Blue Sky and X. And then I'm also a part of a few different stream teams from my Twitch days, and I go and post in their promo channels occasionally. But sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that posts there, so I try to limit it so I'm not annoying people on those areas too much. And then suggested videos that will end up going and pointing to my channel will be some of these ones. And then shorts, I don't really post a lot of shorts. I want to get into it more, but Short form content is so much harder for me to do, whereas long form is just so much easier. But I am hoping to go and get into that a lot more. So, funny enough, this 18 free Kindle books video is one that I did last year, and it only started picking up traction recently, I'd say in the past couple of months. So, this kind of goes to show that if you have a video that you post, and let's say after a couple of days, it doesn't seem like anyone's interested in it, it doesn't seem like it's picking up at all, I would highly recommend not going and deleting it because you never know. That video could get love a year later when you least expect it. So, definitely something I would recommend. Don't ever get in your head and delete a video because you never know how it's going to do later. I know it's one of those things that you want to keep checking on, especially after you post it right away, but take this as an example. This video was posted, I think, let's see. So I think going off of this, it was posted May 22nd of 2024. And as you can see here, it barely got any traction. And then right around here, apparently on June 16th, that is when the video really started picking up. So take that as an example to not take down a video just because it's not performing the way that you're hoping it would right away. So then going on to audience, I guess I've gained 129 subscribers in the past 28 days. And you can also go and see like with a specific video. So the unboxing monthly PR book meal video, I got 11 subscribers that first day that I posted it. And then I got a couple of subscribers each day. And then with the unread books video, it looks like I got 10 subscribers that day. With the unhaul one, I got 4. And then with the most anticipated, I got 7. So it's definitely a little bit of a roller coaster. And usually, with the day that you post a video, or at least in my experience, that's when I usually tend to get the most subscribers. But sometimes a few days later, I get a bunch of subscribers. So then, audience by watch behavior, it looks like this one is new viewers. So that's 64.6%. Then casual viewers, and then regular viewers, and then popular with different audiences. So, the casual viewers really liked the unread books and the PR book mail videos. Regular viewers, kind of the same thing, but different order of the videos. And then videos growing your audience. So, the book haul videos that I do tend to be the ones that get the most people, but funny enough, those are usually my videos that get the most dislikes. And the thing is, like, I don't know if people understand that with those videos, I usually stock up my book hauls and books that I buy for long periods of time so that I can do them all at once in huge book haul videos. I feel like those are usually the most fun for me. And I also tend to go and read the back of the book, like at least the first paragraph. And I know some people don't like that. They just want to get a general overview. But I personally feel like the way the author is describing the book is going to make the most sense, unless it is one that I've already read and I can give my personal opinion. So some people are going to like the way you do videos and other people aren't. And that's just something that you're going to experience if you do have a booktube channel or if you're planning on having one day. Getting thick skin is definitely something that is necessary whenever you're posting pieces of your life on the internet. So there's a few areas that are interesting that they don't have any information on here because I have been on booktube for over a year now. So I'm not quite sure why this information isn't showing. But then some other pieces that you can see is when viewers are on YouTube. A lot of people say to not pay attention to this, and personally, I've not really noticed anything when I do post at different times. I still schedule my videos at the same time every day, and I've kept that same posting time since I first started posting. So what YouTube's saying here, I can't really agree or disagree with what they're saying. If you find it works for you though, definitely stick with it or feel free to go and test it out whenever you want. It looks like on here it's kind of saying that the busiest times on Sunday would be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and then when it comes to weekdays, it could be 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Then on this side, you can see like formats your viewers watch on YouTube. So videos, shorts, live. Live is definitely interesting. I have yet to go live and do reading sprints or anything like that, but that's something that I'm hoping to do in the year of 2026. Then down here, you can also see what format people go and watch your videos. A lot of the people that watch my channel tend to watch it on the TV, which I'm like, whoa, you actually want to see my face that blown up and near you? I don't know about that. So that's really interesting to go and see. Mobile is also a good thing to note because with thumbnails, for example, it's something that I try to keep in mind on how easy is it to go and read my thumbnail if I have words in it? Because if someone's on their mobile phone and they're looking at their YouTube feed, are they going to be able to read what I have on my thumbnail? And is it going to make them more or less likely to go and click on that video? So that's something good for me to go and look at and think of when I'm going and making my thumbnail for my video. It also shows the subscriber bell notifications. This is something I'm so bad about saying on my videos to, hey, go and turn on your bell notifications and all that stuff. So that's something I'm not too great about. And then watch time from subscribers. You can see how many people are subscribed and not subscribed to your channel. Also seeing the geography, so where a lot of people are that are watching your videos. And interestingly enough, I don't think Germany and Australia were on my list before. So that's really cool to see. And then you can also see the age and gender of people as well as people that are using subtitles for your videos. I tend to always have subtitles enabled in my videos, even though I haven't had the time to really go through and make sure that the subtitles that are generated are actually spelled correctly or the right word. But I think still having it on is a good idea in general because of that accessibility piece. All right, now I'm getting to the part that y'all are interested in, and that is revenue. So let's go and click on this. Right now we are looking at this as 28 days mark. So you can go and see which videos you posted and how much each video earned. So for Vlogmas Day 4, that was one that I did, yeah, a readathon one. And it was actually a video from November that I hadn't had the chance to post. And that one earned $2.85. And then moving over here to the mystery thriller bingo board, that was $2.96. So a lot of these videos, the ones that especially didn't get a lot of views and things like that, it can kind of range, especially how long someone watches the video. Because looking at this one, the Cozy Christmas Ambiance video, that was $1.67. But I also didn't have any mid-roll ads turned on for that one because I wanted it to be kind of like ASMR lo-fi relaxation if you needed it for studying, falling asleep, or whatnot. And I felt like having ads turned on for that one would be really disruptive. So I decided to disable that. And that meant that I wouldn't gain as much revenue from it. Then with my Winterboro one, which was a cozy video gameplay video, that was $1.70. And I knew with that one it was kind of a gamble because this is a booktube channel. People aren't necessarily coming to this channel to see cozy gameplay. But I thought it would be fun to go and do that just because it was a winter game and would be extra cozy for my Bookmas videos. Then I went to the unboxing monthly PR book mail video. That one was $9.70. So definitely had a lot of ebbs and flows with my revenue over the past 28 days. One piece that I've really enjoyed looking at is how much you're earning, and it shows the past 6 months on this. So December ongoing, this month definitely was a high earning month for me because I posted every single day for 13 days. And so that definitely got me a little bit more up there. Whereas September and August, looking at those, I think I was kind of dealing with seasonal depression, but those months were also months that people were going back to school and getting back into the school flow, especially after summer and being busy then. And so looking at some of these pieces as well, you have to kind of think about the seasonality piece, because sometimes over the summer your numbers might be lower, and that's because people are enjoying the warm weather, they want to be outside more, they don't really want to be on their computer watching videos. Whereas during the winter months, they might be cooped in more, they might not like going outside, so they're more likely to go and watch some of your videos while maybe they're doing tasks around the house. So those are some pieces to definitely pay attention to when you're looking at this stuff as well. Then on to content performance. This shows the videos and shorts. Shorts for me don't really earn a lot, as you can tell, because I don't post them that much. And the free Kindle one is probably my top earning one, and that is 16 cents. And this is revenue per 1,000 engaged views, RPM. And this is kind of what each of them earns. I think this is before YouTube takes their cut out of things. And then for videos, this is the estimated revenue for the past 28 days. I got 8.9K views. And then revenue per 1K views is $10.97. And this is how much each of the videos that I've posted has gotten during that time. So the unread one is $24. The unboxing video is $18.94. And then the one that I posted most recently, which was the most anticipated book releases, this was $4.36 so far. And I think the views have still been going up. My revenue for my videos doesn't tend to update each day till 7 to 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's usually when I see that my revenue for each video tends to be updated. So because today is the very last day of December, that was why I wanted to record this video now before we get into the new year, and I'm even further behind kind of my 1 year monetized how much I earn video. And then down here you can see how you make money. So this shows my watch page ads, which was $98.05, and then 19 cents for short feed ads. I want to say, yeah, so if I were to click down here, then it goes and shows a little bit more, which shows also if people had YouTube Premium, how much I earned from that. And I got $6.04 here. I'm not quite sure what the difference is, if someone having YouTube Premium takes more out of how much someone earns, or if it doesn't affect it and it's just kind of another statistic and separate. I'm not entirely sure there. So let's go and look at maybe 90 days before we go and take a look at what I've gotten in a year. All right, so looking at 90 days, I've made a total of $283.38, which is very mind-blowing to me. I mean, to some people this might not seem a lot, but to me, this is huge. This is money that could be used for groceries, paying the bills, getting gas. All of this stuff goes and helps out, or even like buying the cat's prescription food, because they are on a prescription diet, just because they're all male cats, and male cats tend to get UTIs more easily. So they get a prescription diet just to kind of help that out and make sure that stuff doesn't happen, because it can definitely be expensive, especially with 3 male cats. So let's take a look here. The video that was over here was my reading wrap-up video, and that was $2.28. That was posted October 6th. And then my very last book haul video of the year that I did, this was October 27th, and this one earned $22.21, which, holy crap. Book haul videos do amazing, but they're definitely not feasible to do all that often, which is one of the reasons why I love hoarding a lot of the books that I get, either from book sales, used books, any way that I get used books. I'll usually go and stock them up so I can open them all at once. And then let's see what some of these other ones. So reading wrap-ups, as you can tell, they don't really get a lot of views or get a lot earned from them. But there's some of my favorite videos to go and make, because I love getting to go and talk about the books that I read for a month and which ones were my favorite, which ones I would rave about and want other people to go and read. So even though they don't get a lot of views and don't earn a lot, I still really enjoy making them. And then reading challenge videos that I've done, they can kind of be a hit or miss. This was the year-long reading challenge for the Romantasy Bingo. and that one was $3.66. So as you can see, they can definitely range. It's definitely a roller coaster with some doing really well and others doing okay, but no matter what, I'm still having fun because I love getting to talk about books. So, lastly, before I wrap up this video, let's take a look at the last 365 days. Technically, so since I got monetized on December 8th, I think I didn't technically get my first check off of YouTube until either January or February because you usually have to reach the $100 threshold in order to get paid. So for 365 days, being fully monetized on YouTube, I have made a total of $773.74. Holy crap. That is just mind blowing, absolutely amazing, and something that I don't take for granted and I am extremely thankful for. This was definitely not something I ever expected to happen to me. I thought, if anything, I might, be lucky enough to make $100 this year, but the fact that I made this much just is mind blowing, and I'm so thankful for because this was stuff that helped, like I said, pay for groceries, pay for the cat's food, and also helped go to payments for wedding stuff. So I'm so thankful for this little journey and just the fact that you went and watched one of my videos. It just means the world to me. So, yeah, this was how much I earned from 1 year on YouTube. I'm definitely curious to see what the next 365 days hold. And if this is something that you'd like to see again, like doing in comparison of what I earned in my first year versus my second year, definitely let me know. I'm 100% down to go and make another video for this next year. This is something that's really fun for me to get to look back on and reflect and see how much growth has happened and how many changes have happened. So I love doing this, and I by no means, like I said earlier, am doing this as bragging or to say like, "Whoa, look at me." That's not the case at all. I think videos like this are so interesting, and I love getting to see like how these things look for people because I've looked at people that have done ASMR videos and how things look for them because theirs is going to be completely different. They tend to not have any mid-roll ads during their videos. And mid-roll ads are the way that YouTubers are usually able to make money with their videos. If they don't have mid-roll ads in their videos, then more than likely they're not earning much on each video. So with ASMR artists, they tend to have a completely different view when you look at their channel analytics. So I just think that's really fun. And if it was someone that's a business person on YouTube and doing more numbers and how to save money and things like that, they're definitely going to have a completely different view than what I have here for BookTube. So yeah, I think it's really fun, really interesting, and I love getting to look at these videos and seeing the different views and how things are broken down for them. So yeah, I think it's so much fun. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and got to see like an inside look on what things look like on the YouTube studio dashboard and what we basically get to see on our end. It's definitely intimidating and something that I'm still personally learning and getting a better understanding of how all these inner mechanisms work for it. But I think it's so cool, and like I said, I'm so thankful. I'm so appreciative, and I love being here and just getting to make my videos. So the fact that I'm earning a little bit that could go towards helping out me and my family is just amazing, and I don't take for granted at all. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I probably won't post this until a couple days into the new year, but I just wanted to go and get things recorded now so that you could see things a little bit more accurately for the past 365 days before we get into the new year. But whenever you're watching this, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a little bit of an inside look that you were always curious for. And I always wrap up my videos with a reminder to always remember that you're worthy and capable of amazing things. Bye, friends.